Hi guys, welcome to this week's weekly review. You may have heard that Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's right-hand man, has passed away recently, and he has left behind some valuable lessons which we can apply to trading. So we're going to cover that this week and today in this video. And let's first of all review where we have finished the week. So this week where we ended up with is with two entries. One was a break even, one was a win. And we're going to review the markets and what happened this week. This is Friday, 1st of December. My name is Dima. Let's have a look at the review of the week, what we can learn, and see what wisdom Charlie Munger leaves with us. He was an investor, but very applicable to trading, as you're going to see in this video. So let's have a look at the dollar. As we began the week, we were looking at this weakness in the dollar, and we wanted to see higher prices to sell from, but that did not happen. So looking at pound, it was, just have a look, it was a choppy market. We were looking at this buy idea with the weakness in the dollar. However, we did not have any reversal, and the market hit this invalidation first. So there's no entry here. Such is life. Sometimes you wait, and nothing happens. Right, what else did we have? We also had pound yen. We were looking to enter this zone, and we did not quite hit it. We're just about today looking at something similar, but we did not break higher, and we did not quite hit the level there. So we did not get the discount price. We just had to wait and wait, and nothing has happened. Okay, next one was Swiss yen. Now, Swiss yen was more interesting because we had the break of the high that we were expecting. A reaction of this zone went a bit lower, and here we are. Here we are coming back down with this idea. However, since this is the weekend, this would now be a close if you did not catch anywhere down here. So we're going to call that a break-even trade. Next one was Euro Pound. We were looking at a break and a close below, or a break and a close above these levels. Why these levels? Because we were looking for a reversal to continue higher. However, we invalidated the market, invalidated it for us, and we closed lower, and therefore heading lower. Massive drop on the Euro Pound, quite unexpected for it to move so many pips so consistently for so long. But such is life. The market could do anything. Here we had that break, we had the brief pullback, and a continuation. So this is why we do both scenarios, and we look at different possibilities, different scenarios for what could play out, and then adapt to that. So that's what we had here. Wanted the bullish move, however, the market gave the bearish move, and this was the bearish move. And ending the week very weak. The whole week has been just a complete breakdown. Yeah, unusual, but unexpected. But yeah, this is what you've got, and that's what the market has given us. Okay, let's now move on to the next one. What do we have? Well, we had Euro CAD. Now, Euro CAD was a bullish idea, and the market did not have any of it. As you can see, we ran right through, no reversal of this area. Looking on the lower time frame, we wanted some more bullishness, continuing on this trend, but this 1.5 whole number was just too strong, deflected, and there was no trade here because there was no reversal either. So we did not see what we wanted to see, and therefore no entry here either. Just another one of those things. Okay, Aussie CAD. Now, Aussie CAD's an interesting one because we wanted to see higher prices. That did not happen. We did not have a reversal here. We had this 0.9 whole number. We keep mentioning these whole numbers over the last 2 weeks, and now you can see why. Very choppy, or we get reversals, and you do not want to be trading on them or around them. You want to wait for really clear prices and higher time frame turnarounds. Now, the initial level, what's interesting here is that the initial level we looked at a couple of weeks ago has now been hit, and we got that clear reaction. We broke this low that we were looking at, which invalidated this idea. And now we're back down to this level, and we had the reaction. However, it's late on Friday. it is riskier to enter during the weekend, so I'm not going to count this as an entry. But if we were not on the weekend, probably see that there's a level here that we can take an interest in. So if anything, this would be it. However, like I said, it's Friday, end of the week, and yeah, don't want to be risking with gaps in the market over the weekend. So here we are, and then the invalidation becomes this low. If we hold this low, and that would be an idea on Aussie CAD. However, no entry as we speak. Pound Swiss, also a bullish one. However, another one that we invalidated the idea. We did not get that reaction. There's no clear reversal price action here. We want to see a possible better entry, safer entry here. That did not happen either. And we just went lower. So again, another one to just leave aside. It's not doing what we expected, and such is life. It is what it is. Okay, and Aussie New Zealand. This is the one, was the one to watch, wasn't it? The interesting one that came right into our level that we were looking for, the cheaper price. It is now at the level, right through it, wicked through it, when we now have this reversal as we speak right now, here and now, live. So here we are. Here's that dig deeper, and now we have that big bullish move as expected, pushing higher. Once again, though, it is the weekend, so it's a bit riskier. And with these kind of moves, if you're really looking on a very big time frame and you've got a very wide stop loss, then it may be all right to leave the trade over the weekend if you've got very high time frame in mind. However, for me personally, I'm going to wait a bit longer, and we may have further opportunities like this later on next week. It is a new month in December. Let's see what we get. So there we are. This is what we were expecting. Unfortunately, it has happened right towards the end of the week, and no entry here either, unless you are risking it. And yeah, we'll see what happens in the following week. Yeah, we planned this a long time ago. If you remember, if you were with me several weeks ago, and we had to wait through all of this price action, massive. What a long wait. What is that? A whole month. A whole month. We'll get to Mr. Munger in a minute, because he's got some valuable lessons which apply right here to what you're seeing, and we will cover that. Okay, so dollar, once again, this was the dollar coming back. We had our calendar and lots of dollar news, euro news, and this is where we ended up in the week. Now, what have we learned? The important part, what did we actually get out of this week? So I'm going to apply Charlie Munger's lessons. Let's have a look at how he approached his life, and him being a multi-billionaire and passed away at 99 years old. We can learn quite a bit from him. So let's grab a bit of his wisdom and see how we can apply it. If you don't know Charlie Munger, it's well worth reading about him, reading his quotes, reading his life wisdom, investing wisdom. He wasn't a trader, he was an investor. Obviously, they invested in companies with Warren Buffett. However, it's very applicable to trading. You can read a bit about him, and he was not just wise, but also smart, a learner, had a personal fortune of $2.6 billion. And there's much that we can learn. So let's have a look at some of the things he said and his approach, and then we go into the chart and then apply it to our trading. Okay, now, first one that I wanted to pick out is this one. So great investors are always very careful. They think things through. They take their time. They're calm. They're not in a hurry. They don't get excited. They just go after the facts and they figure out the value. And that's why we try to do. What's the main point here? The main point that I get from this is thinking things through, being calm, and working out what you want to do in a calm way. That's the first thing. So here we're talking about a state of mind. We're talking about you being prepared, you being the kind of trader who takes their time, thinks things through, and not in a hurry to enter trades. In his case, not in a hurry to buy companies. Let's move on to the second one. The second one is a lesson. Here he is with Warren Buffett. Second lesson is the big money is not in the buying and the selling, but in the waiting. So how is that applicable? Well, it's not about how much you buy, how much you sell, but not losing money in the waiting period, not being eager to click the button, not being eager to trade, but waiting patiently, because when you wait, then you have a clearer picture of what's really going on, and you can make better decisions. So it's not about all the buying and selling, it's about the waiting that is required to prepare for the opportunity and not make silly mistakes, which will lead you downhill, because those mistakes will be a drawdown on your account and then you have to make it back. So waiting and being patient. And third one for today is this one. And the advice is forget what you know about buying fair businesses at wonderful prices. Instead, buy wonderful businesses at fair prices. How does that apply to trading? Well, if you think of the chart, if we overlay this with trading, then do not worry about, let's just rephrase this, do not worry about buying cheap. When he says fair businesses, let's translate it into cheap charts, a cheap market, or an average market, let's say, that's a better word, an average market at a cheap price. So don't think about buying an average market or an average setup, an average pair at cheap prices, meaning the low. Instead, buy wonderful, not wonderful businesses, but buy wonderful setups, wonderful markets, wonderful pairs at so-so prices, at decent prices. Not the best price, but an okay price. Now, let's translate these three things. Let's go to the chart. Let's just summarize what Charlie Munger has said in trading words that are perhaps more applicable. So these are the lessons. Number one, a calm state of mind. Number two, waiting for the right opportunities, being patient, not just taking everything, but just the right ones. And number three, buy the clear trending market. So that is the good setups, because you want to make use of the trading market. And when you know it's a continuation, and not necessarily at the best price. So it doesn't mean that you're catching the low of it. Let's say the market trending up. It doesn't mean you're catching a low, and you don't have to catch a low. It's about making sure that it's a good setup, and you can take the bit in the middle. You don't have to catch the bottom, you don't have to catch the top. You just take the one that is a high probability situation, scenario, setup, whatever word you want to use. And it's not necessarily at the best price, at the lowest price, or in the case of selling, the highest price, but it's at a good price in a very clear market that is very high probability for it to trend, for it to continue on the trend, not trying to catch the turnarounds. Let's see how it applies to this week. So again, these are our lessons for the week, and notice how you would have reacted to your setups this week and how you can change them. Make a note, journal of how you would act differently with these lessons. I'm going to take Swiss yen here. So let's look at Swiss yen. So calm state of mind. What would calm state of mind look like in the process of this setup? We have calm state of mind. We have our plan. We have what we wanted to see, which is a break. We had a waiting for the right opportunity, which is waiting for the lower price. that we marked out. And the right opportunity came when we had this push higher. Whether it worked out or it didn't work out, it doesn't matter. The point is that we are following the right opportunities. And then as the market broke through this trend line, broke through this high, and the plan was for it to retrace, we did not necessarily get this low or this low, but since we are in a trading environment, in a trending market on the higher time frame, we expect it to head higher. Whether it will or won't doesn't matter. The point is that we are on the higher time frame. And what have we got? Well, we waited, yes. A calm state of mind, yes. Prepared, all clear. And now buy the clear trending market when you know it's a continuation and not necessarily at the best price. So not looking to catch the lows. We're looking for real quality and taking this piece out of the market. Let's have a look at another one. So the one I'm going to use here will be the Aussie New Zealand. And why am I going to use that? Well, as I mentioned earlier, we had to go through all of this environment, all of these prices, highs at these highs. Calm state of mind, keeping calm, waiting, right? Right opportunity. The right opportunity is here. I don't know if it's going to work out. We may collapse lower. I don't know. But the right opportunity was at a cheap price, waiting for that to happen. Calm state of mind, not getting phased by all this choppy action, but waiting. There was possibilities up here that did not happen. And then we eventually found our way into the right area. And then buying the clear trendy market when we don't know anything really, but when the probabilities are really in your favor. Now, this seems to be the continuation, and when it does continue and we have this happen and the market heads higher, you can try to catch this low, you can do this low and look at the invalidation. However, once we get that confirmation, if you want to call it that, we have a retracement, we may be buying somewhere here. That doesn't mean necessarily that it's the best price, because obviously the best price will be down here. However, once we really know that we're going higher, we're not doing this, we're not going to go lower, that may not be the best price. However, it is let's call it a bit high probability or safer. I don't want to use the word safe because there's no such thing. The market can do whatever it wants. So these are the lessons from Charlie Munger. There are many more. If you want to read a few books about him or read up on him, you will get a lot of life lessons and trading lessons. So that is this week's results and this week's lesson. I hope you're getting something out of this. Really consider how you acted. What was your state of mind? Was it peaceful? Was it calm? Did you wait for the right opportunities, or did you take other trades, or in Charlie's case, buy other businesses that were not quite right? And did you buy the clear trending market, the strong trend, the strong setup? Yeah, these are lessons for. Hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. Well worth a read about Charlie's life and how he lived his life, his approach. There are many quotes, many people who quoted him, and he's got some great quotes, and he really spoke his mind. A great, interesting character to learn from. And when you got a partner like Warren Buffett, then obviously that just multiplies the effect and an ability to make good decisions when it comes to trading, buying businesses. Worth a read. Yeah, well recommended. All right, guys. I hope you had a good week. Maybe it's been a bit of a tricky one. Lots of things to learn. Have some time off on the weekend, recharge. We'll come back next week and we will do this again. And look out for more setups. You may be able to see that already this week. We have some setups developing that we're going to look at next week as well. Okay, bye for now, and I'll see you on Monday.